Good afternoon all. So here's my video which will be on my perception and my understanding of reality and how it's working, or how it's existing anyways in the third dimension, or what we call the third dimension. Basically, my idea is that our vision of what we see, whether it's depth or width or whatever's far or close, is merely just a wall, like a 2D wall, but it has, I guess you have to say 3D because it's all the way around you. But just take for instance what you're looking at straight ahead of you. Just imagine that's a wall, just a flat wall, and it's vibrating. It's hard to tell that it's vibrating, but it's vibrating. It's like looking at a hummingbird. It's going so fast, it's almost like it's still, but you know it's moving. So the way I understood, or when I first learnt this, was one of the times that I was on a psychedelic experience. I took LSD, and been a number of times, and I've tried to get a better understanding of it every single time. And it's been a while. It's been a while now since I've had one. So I thought I'd just explain it. on LSD, and I'm not sure what it's like for mushrooms, or I haven't taken mushrooms yet, but on LSD, what it said to me, or what it appeared to me, is that everything that was in front of me was like I was creating it. Or when I was with my mates, we were all creating it, and it was this three-dimensional 2D wall? I don't know, I'm just taking it as looking in front of me. It was like a sheet of paper, and you could almost, because of the way it was vibrating, it was almost like a curtain. Like it was just sitting there, you could just push it out of the way. You could easily just swipe it and change the picture completely, just like that. And it was so strange, but what I understood was that we were like energy, or consciousness. We were just consciousness. Say, take string theory. String theory, all those tiny little puny little strings that are multi-dimensional vibrating strings that create matter, or what we perceive as matter. It's just a vibration, really. But that vibration, wait, I think I'm losing track here. It was like, say every human, every animal, every living thing that is experiencing the third dimension here right now is all consciousness, just simply consciousness, just a vibrating string of energy. And we had come from distant parts all around the universe, and we had all come into one space, and we were sharing a vibration. We were resonating on a certain vibration to communicate and share ideas and information on a physical reality, or in a physical reality. And it was just so freaking awesome to have an understanding of that. It took me a few times to fully grasp it. But to think that all we are is this floating consciousness that's ever expanding, or going smaller or bigger or whatever. And we've all just gone, I don't know, it's hard to put it into words. It's hard to explain psychedelic experiences in our term of language, I mean, when you're on psychedelics, to me, it's telepathic communication almost all the time. It's like you look at your mate, and whatever you're thinking, it's like he already knows it. Like it's hard to explain. You just know. You look at each other and you give each other certain facial expressions and oh yeah, and you completely understand what you're thinking or what they're thinking. Just off the bat, you can talk so much faster. You can share information. You can have a whole paragraph or even a freaking story and just go boom. There is no vibration of our whatever this piece is. There's no vibration in there. It's just I don't know, a thought vibration. But I don't know. It's hard to put it all into words, but that's basically how I can numb it or zero it down. Is that we are energies vibrating on a certain frequency and sharing information and communicating and having an experience. Now, also another thing I must point out is the difference between our waking consciousness here you're watching this video, you're in this vibration with me. The difference between this and psychedelic experience consciousness, or what you see when you're high, or best way to put it, drawing in more light. I don't know, your pupils get bigger, they draw in more light. I'm not sure how to exactly explain that way of visualizing psychedelically, but I see psychedelic vision as natural. Well, I think that's how we were supposed to see. But then you take this form and everything you look at, yeah, it's still moving because the breeze is moving through it and all that, but it's like stuck. It doesn't move the same. It's not free, it's not flowing like energy, it's stuck. It's a straight line, in a sense. It's a straight line. And what I've come to the conclusion just recently is that, say they've got, say the ruling elites have got, or maybe you want to call them reptilians or whoever, the ruling class, say they've got these satellites that are outside the world, around the globe, and they're emitting maybe a frequency hold on the planet or around the planet so that we don't get to experience everything flowing naturally. Instead, we see it straight. Instead of this pencil just moving every which way you could imagine it to move, and not having to be just a pencil that is straight. Those colors remixing and changing, and it could probably tell you a story. Everything is consciousness. Everything is a vibration. Everything is frequency. And we're the same thing. We're just having a different experience. But anyways, I think they're holding a frequency around the planet which is prohibiting us from experiencing life as it used to be. Back before maybe if you're going on the reptilian theory or any other alien theory, before they invaded or before something came and changed the way that we used to live. Maybe that was what we were in Atlantis, or before that, or Neanderthal, or whatever. And it was funny that I wanted to do this video because I went onto Facebook today and there was an article from Collective Evolution that I just was in love with. I just want to read one thing out of there, which was okay. I'll just start it off. A fundamental conclusion of the new physics also acknowledges that the observer creates the reality. As observers, we are personally involved with the creation of our own reality. Physicists are being forced to admit that the universe is a mental construction. Pioneering physicist Sir James Jeans wrote, "The stream of knowledge is heading toward a non-mechanical reality. The universe begins to look more like a great thought than like a great machine. Mind no longer appears to be an accidental intruder into the realm of matter. We ought rather hail it as the creator and governor of the realm of matter. Get over it, and accept the inarguable conclusion: the universe is immaterial, mental, and spiritual. And that was R.C. Henry, professor of physics and astronomy at Johns Hopkins University. And it just blew me away. My understanding, and then this. Whoa. Funny how things connect. We're all connected. But that's basically it. Like I said in my post last night, that I'm willing to be open to different theories and ways so I can expand my understanding of what I've just spoken now, would be awesome, because I know that we're always learning. There's never a day where we're not learning, and there's always a new experience to learn. Don't ever think you know everything. I don't. I'm changing that. There was a stage where I thought I was like, yeah, I know all this information. I know how the world works. Very, very wrong. And I almost went crazy over it. Like, my girlfriend, my best mates, they were like, yeah, man, what's happening to you? At one stage, I even thought I was going mentally insane because of the information that I was intaking at such a fast rate. But I'm leveling out now, and I'm seeing that there's always more. There's always going to be more. It will never end. It's eternal. You're a soul. You're an energy. You don't die. This is just a physical vibration that we've all come into to talk, share, love, create, manifest, enjoy everything. All the positives and the negatives, because we live in a dual consciousness reality. But I think we can get back to unity, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to get back to unity consciousness. They're dividing everything. They're separating everything. Maybe it's because of the frequencies they use. I don't know. But let me know what you all think about this video. Cheers, guys.